doing fine. Enjoying life.
Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to the Way Yoga. My name is Sarah, and today this class was built on the theme of sensuality. Actually, one of you in my previous videos left a comment saying that you would like to explore this topic a little bit more, so I'm thrilled to be able to deliver that today. So today we're going to work with the frequency of sensuality, and just like I said in my previous video, which I'll have linked down below, sensuality for me is simply just a way of being so present, so aware, so embodied, so in the moment, so fully in our pleasure. It's like the most mindful frequency that you could possibly be in. And today, what I want you to do before we even get going, just let go of any notion of what you think yoga is supposed to be. A lot of times we think we have to be flexible enough. We have to look a certain way. We have to be a certain way. The poses have to appear a certain way. I want you just to shake off that notion altogether. I want you to tune inward today. I want you just to have fun. I want you to play, and I want you to be more focused on how does this posture feel? How does this feel in my body, and how does this connect me more to my body? Okay, so just bear that in mind as we go along. All right, so the only yoga prop I'm going to be using, of course this is optional, I have a yoga block just for additional support. So if you want to grab that before we get going, I want to invite you to do that now. And let's go ahead and make our way into downward facing dog. Okay, we'll start off this practice this way. So we're just gonna move here just in a way that feels good, that feels intuitive. Let's start by connecting to our breath on our next inhale through the nose. Exhale, you can sigh it out if you'd like. And inhale. And exhale. And again, first downward facing dog of the class. I like to move, I like to pivot side to side. Again, this is going to be a fully embodied practice, a sensual practice. So if you have like a playlist that you'd like, something that you want to move alongside to as you listen to me, feel free to do that. But again, I just want you to make this your own practice. I want this to feel good. Okay, now from here, friends, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take our hips in some circles here. So in downward facing dog, we're gonna just take some gentle circles here going towards the right. Nice, just nice and easy, just a different way to explore this first downward facing dog in the body. Beautiful, and let's change directions. Let's go over to the left and just notice how you feel that opening, that spaciousness, especially in the ribs, in that intercostal space. And I'm kind of just like pivoting on my feet here, just stomping it out. Okay, let's come back to center. Now, for this next part, friends, we're just basically going to create like a vibration within our body. I couldn't think of a better term to call this next pose, and I'm not gonna lie, it feels a little bit vulnerable, but we're just gonna go for it, okay? So I'm calling this one twerking dog. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of anything better to call it, but more or less what I'm gonna have you do here, now that I've got your interest, we're gonna go ahead and bend the knees. You're gonna come up onto the balls of the feet, and you're just gonna bounce it out. And again, this just goes to show where we kind of hold shame, right? Around pleasure, around sensuality, around just moving our body, even if it's just like in a silly way. Your body's gonna jiggle, it's gonna feel vulnerable, but I'm here for it if you are, okay? So feel that vibration just cascading through the backs of the legs, through the body. Let that shake up your lymphatic system. Let that shake up your energy centers here. Okay? It's okay to let go here, friends, okay? All right, let's come back to center now that that's out of the way here. Thank you for trying something new. Thank you for trying something different. And again, that got me definitely out of my comfort zone. I was hesitant. I was like, I'm not really sure if I should put this out here, but we're going for it today. All right, no shame. All right, so from here, friends, let's come into child's pose. After all that shaking, after all of that awakening, let's come back to the breath. Let's come back into child's pose. Let's reconnect with our center. Let's slow down here. Beautiful job. Excellent work already right off the bat. And then from here, let's go ahead and walk those fingertips off to the right-hand corner of your mat again, getting into the side of the body. Sometimes I like to come up onto my fingertips just for an additional stretch here. And breathe here with me, friends. Beautiful. And inhale. And exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and walk those hands through center. Let's take this over on the opposite side, left-hand side. We'll start to settle in here and breathe for a few cycles all together. You know, and this theme, this frequency of sensuality is just so countercultural when you think about it, in a society that is constantly putting excessive demands on us, always asking more of us, always asking us to go, 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 push, push, push. It's just so easy to burn out. And what I love about these types of classes and embodying sensuality, it's like, no, it's okay to slow down. It's okay to say no. It's okay to rest. It's okay to take up space. It's okay to take your time, right? Let's go ahead and come back to center through child's pose one last time. Let's take an inhale here. Gorgeous. And exhale. Beautiful. Now from here, friends, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate just briefly what we're going to get into. So we're going to shift our weight forward into plank pose and come back into downward facing dog. It's going to create this kind of like churning action here. And let me demonstrate just briefly what I mean. So coming up onto the balls of the feet again, bending through the knees, I'm going to go ahead and shift forward on an inhale and then exhale, bring it back. And you can kind of see how I'm creating this flowing action, this churning movement. If you need to walk your feet in a little bit closer towards your hands, you're welcome to do that too, but go ahead and join me. Wherever you're at, we'll start on an inhale here, coming forward, and exhale. Let's sink it back into down dog. Gorgeous. And inhale. And exhale. And it's okay if you're a beat behind me. It's okay if you're a little bit quicker than me. The point is you're supposed to find your own unique rhythm here. You don't have to let me dictate that to you or anyone else for that matter, okay? So good for the back, the upper body, the backs of the legs. If it's helpful, you can close your eyes. Notice how this posture feels in your body. Notice where you may be holding on to any type of tension. Beautiful, beautiful job. Let's go ahead and come back down onto hands and knees. So from here, friends, we're going to come into melting heart pose, a lovely one for opening up the front of the body and getting into the heart chakra. Now, you can take this with the block in front of you for added support. If you want to place that underneath your forehead and come forward like this. Otherwise, you can set that block off to the side and simply just rest the forehead on the yoga mat, allowing the chest just to simply melt here. If you need to walk your hands further apart from each other. Feeling that beautiful sensation across the body. Nice deep inhales. And exhales. And inhale. And exhale. Let's stay here, friends, for a few more cycles of breath. All right, friends, beautiful job. We'll go ahead and press our hands back. We're gonna come back into a kneeling position. So again, if you have that yoga block nearby, grab that. I'm gonna place that on the lowest setting, and I'm gonna sit on this. So it's right in between my ankles here, okay? And all we're simply gonna do is just take some like chest circles here, just going in one direction. We'll go towards the right to start, or whichever way, we'll get the opposite side, okay? But again, if it's helpful to close your eyes, if it's helpful just to focus on your breath here, again, there's really no right or wrong to this. And this is just such a great class to fall back on, especially if you're feeling any type of creative block or maybe some type of writer's block in your life. So a lot of times our creative flow is simply our sensuality. It's our creative flow. It's our passion. It's what allows us to co-create. It's what allows us to manifest, right? And so sometimes when that flow is cut off, whether our body is feeling tight and restricted in any way, or we're putting any type of mental blocks, or maybe getting into our head too much, it's helpful just to simply move your body with no rhyme or reason, with no other intention other than to feel good and to shake things up, right? Let's go in the opposite direction, whichever your opposite side was this time. Okay. So again, if you're feeling any type of creative block, shake it out, move it out, whatever you need to do, friends. Beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, I've got one more pose for you before we conclude our practice here, friends. So this was really just a short and sweet flow just to get you moving, just to get you more embodied and really feeling inside of yourself and in your body. So let's go ahead and make our way onto our backs here. We're gonna come into reclined bound angle pose, otherwise known as Supta Baddha Konasana. So I'll show you real quick without the prop, and then I'll show you some ways that you can kind of jazz this up. So this is simply what we're gonna do to conclude our class here. Again, just tapping into those lower energy centers, especially the ones that govern sensuality, mainly the root and the sacral chakra. Manipura, I would even argue too, is one that can help with confidence, that can help with our sensual flow. So you can take a block here underneath the ankles, something that I did in my practice. I like to place the block sometimes underneath my shoulder blades, and it just takes a little bit of finessing here. But I find that this really helps me get into my shoulders, into the heart chakra here. And we'll just conclude our class as such. We'll stay here just for a few cycles of breath, and I want to invite you, if you have more time available, by all means, take Shavasana this way, take a seated meditation, flow through this again, put on some music, whatever you need to do. And just notice how good it feels to be in your body right now. Feel the breath just flowing in and out. Thank your body for all that it does for you, for all that it allows you to experience here in this world. All the sensations, all the tastes, all the experiences. Okay, my friends, so I'm going to go ahead and close off practice with you, but by no means are you obligated to end class with me. Stay here for as long as you need to. As always, thank you all so much for your support, for being here today, for sharing in this energy, in this class with me. If you want to learn more about this, if this is something that interests you, please let me know in the comments. I would love to create more videos based on this frequency, based on some of these themes, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Bye for now, and namaste.